Hi there, welcome back to Scrummy. My name is Katrina for any new people who are following me and don't know who I am, and I love to bake and cook simple recipes. I've got a lovely cheesecake recipe for you today. I'm making a New York cheesecake. It's a baked cheesecake and it's known for its signature smooth velvety texture. It's an easy cheesecake to make too, and I know you're all going to enjoy it. So to get started, I'm using a digestive biscuit base and I have crumbed my digestive biscuits in the food processor. So into here I'm going to add in melted butter and mix all that together. Great, that's ready now. I'm going to set this to one side, grab my tin. This is a springform tin I'm using and I've lined it with some greaseproof paper. I've also covered it in 2 layers of tin foil. I'm going to put this in a bath of warm water and cook it in the oven. It helps prevent the cheesecake from cracking, and you'll also get a lovely smooth cheesecake if you do this. So I'm going to get my biscuit base in here. Flatten it down just like that. Press it all down. This is ready now and I'm going to put it into the fridge for half an hour. I'm ready to make my cheesecake filling now, and in here I've got full fat cream cheese. I just use Aldi or Tesco cream cheese. It's perfectly fine, and I take it out of the fridge for about an hour before I use it. I'm going to give this a little mix just to make it nice and soft. I'm going to start adding my ingredients now. I'm going to pour in my sugar and some plain flour, and I'm going to mix this on a low speed until it's combined. Next, add in some lemon juice, lemon zest, give it a nice flavour, and some vanilla. I'm going to add the eggs as well. So I'm adding 3 full eggs and I'm adding a yolk. So I'm just going to add the yolk first, and then I'm going to add in my 3 eggs one at a time while I'm mixing. The extra yolk will give the cheesecake a nice, rich, creamy texture. So that's why I'm adding it. So mix all this together and then we're going to add the 3 eggs one at a time. Grab yourself a spatula and just go around the bowl like that. And I'm going to add in sour cream now and fold it in. Fold that right in there till you have it all combined. That's all folded in now. Set this to one side. Grab yourself a tray, a fairly big tray that your tin will sit on. Just make sure to put the tin foil on it too, because you don't want the water leaking into the base of your cheesecake. I'm going to get my cheesecake filling in here now. And just level the top like that. Spread it right across. Lovely. Great. Now grab yourself some hot water and we're going to pour the hot water in there, and we want it to come up about halfway up the tin. That's great. So the reason why I'm creating this water bath for my cheesecake is because I want a lovely velvety creamy texture that's associated with a New York style cheesecake, and you'll get it by doing it this way. And we're going to bake it in the oven on a low temperature, low and slow. So this is ready for the oven now. I'm going to bake it for about 1 hour and 15 minutes to 1.5 hours. When it's baked, it will have a little jiggly center, so don't worry if you think it's not fully baked. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to switch the oven off, and then I'm going to open the door of the oven and leave it ajar for about 2 hours so my cheesecake cools down in the oven. The reason why I do this is to help prevent it from cracking. If I take it out of the oven straight away, it could crack rather than it cooling down gently in the oven. All right, so we're going to get this into the oven now. My cheesecake is fully baked. Look, no cracks. It's always lovely when you take a cheesecake out of the oven and you don't see a crack. Completely cold now, and I'm going to place it in the fridge for at least 7 hours. I'm going to leave it in overnight. I always like to leave my cheesecakes in the fridge overnight. This cheesecake is ready to eat now. You can have it with some lovely fresh cream if you like, but I always like to finish off a big cheesecake with some lovely berries. So I'm going to make a raspberry coulis to go with this, and they add a lovely colour to it as well. So just get yourself a saucepan. The great thing about raspberries on cheesecake, the tartiness of the raspberries will cut through the richness and sweetness of the cheesecake, so it's perfect pairing. I'm going to use some frozen raspberries, 200 grams. Get them in there. Into here I'm going to add in 75 grams of sugar and some lemon juice. Mix together. I'm going to bring this to the boil, then turn the heat down and let it simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. My raspberry coulis is ready now. I'm going to remove it from the heat and I'm going to place it in the fridge to cool it down, and hopefully it'll thicken a little as well. My raspberry coulis is ready now. If you like, you can strain this, put it through a sieve and strain it, and you'll get a lovely raspberry syrup, and you can add it to the top of your cheesecake and maybe add some fresh raspberries. I'm going to leave it as it is, and I've got some more frozen raspberries here, and I'm going to add them just to give the coulis a little bit of chunkiness. So I'm going to mix that in. Great. Can add this to the top now. You can let the juice drop down the sides. I think it makes it actually a lot nicer as well. And there you have it, my New York cheesecake, finished off with a lovely raspberry coulis on top. Doesn't it look gorgeous? All that's left to be done now is for us to cut into it and cut a nice big slice. When I cut a cheesecake, I always dip my knife into hot water and dry it. And I do that for every cut I do on a cheesecake, and you get a perfect slice. Look how nice that is. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. That is just so good. Look how creamy it is. Absolutely beautiful. It's lovely and smooth and creamy and rich. Tastes delicious. And the raspberry coulis is the perfect finish to it. I'm really happy with that. And there you have it, my first ever New York baked cheesecake. Rich, creamy and topped with that gorgeous raspberry coulis. Hope you enjoyed watching. Let me know if you'll be giving it a try. See you next time for more Scrummy bakes. Happy baking everyone. Enjoy.